Hey everyone, welcome to mug number 10. It is another weekend, another mug video. Let's get started. So, mug 10. Remember, last time we left off, we talked about part 1 of parts of speech. We talked about nouns and pronouns and verbs. Today we're going to talk about the AAA, which is adverbs, adjectives, and articles. And I'm pretty sure I said those a little bit out of order, but that's okay. Remember, you need a fresh sheet of notebook paper. Name, date, period goes in the top right-hand corner. As always, we have to fill in the header. Always label it anytime you use a notebook sheet of paper. Today's title is going to say Mug 10, Parts of Speech, Part 2, AAA. A cubed, if you would rather. Right, that's okay too. Do make sure that you jot down the full title, and I will keep an eye out for this full title when we do our next note check, because if you don't jot down the full title, you're going to miss out on some extra credit points. Up first, we're going to talk about some modifiers. Now, in order to understand what a modifier is, we have to understand what the word modify means. So, to modify something means to change it or to alter it. And when we change it or alter it, we are typically referring to a modifier whose whole purpose is to indicate a change or clarification or qualification or limitation. All of these things that a modifier does is to add emphasis or explanation or detail. And the modifiers that we are talking about are our descriptive words, specifically adjectives and adverbs. A lot of people tend to get adjectives and adverbs mixed up with each other, so hopefully by talking about specifically like what qualifies as an adjective and what qualifies as an adverb, we won't be making those mistakes in the coming weeks. All right. Let's start with adjectives. An adjective is a word that is used to modify, and remember, modify means to describe. So, a word that is used to describe a noun or a pronoun. And you will remember from last week that a noun is like a person, place, thing, concept, or idea or object, and a pronoun is a word to replace the noun. So, adjectives only have to do with nouns and pronouns. Adjectives answer the questions of what kind, or which, or how many. So take a look at these sample sentences. And do jot these down. Make sure you write these down. Make sure you color or highlight as you need to. Sentence 1. The tall girl is riding her bike. If we were to ask ourselves, what kind of girl is riding the bike? We would answer it, tall. Tall is a description of the girl. Tall is our adjective. It describes the girl, which is a noun. Our old van needs to be replaced soon. Again, you could verify that this word is an adjective by asking ourselves one of these questions. Does it qualify this requirement here? If it does, yeah, you have an adjective. But another way you could check it out, old, is it describing the following word, which is a noun? Van is a noun, yes. Old describes the age of the noun. So yeah, old is our adjective. That sounds easy enough, right? But wait, it can get tricky. For some people, not everyone. Adverbs, on the other hand, these ones can be a little trickier to memorize than adjectives. Adverbs are words that are used to modify, remember that means describe, either a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. So where we would only use adjectives to modify a noun or pronoun, adverbs we can use for verbs themselves, we can use them for adjectives and other adverbs. We do not use adverbs to describe a noun. That's the job of an adjective. Adverbs answer the questions of how or when or where or why or under what conditions or to what degree. These often end in ly, but not all the time. And I'll give you a few examples. So definitely make sure you write down these examples because you might see them again. So here's the first one. Julia sang beautifully. Well, if you take a look at this word here, we know that the word ends in ly, so odds are it is an adverb. But to verify, we can ask ourselves, all right, is this word describing an action, or is it describing an adjective, or is it describing another kind of adverb? In our case, Julia sang beautifully. Beautifully is describing how something was sung. So sang is our verb. Beautifully describes sang or modifies sang. Another way you can double check this is Julia sang beautifully. How did she sing? Or to what degree? Well, I don't know about to what degree. I feel like how is the question that works best here. How did she sing? She sang beautifully. Verifies that yes, this word in fact is an adverb. This one, Mitchell arrived late. Now, at first, you might not be thinking of this word as an adverb because it does not end in ly. But you have to verify with yourself. Does it answer one of these questions? Mitchell arrived late. Yes, it does. So late is our adverb. It describes how or when he arrived or to what degree. Last example. The freshmen all went there for the party. This one's easy enough. This one answers the question where. It does not end in ly, but it does answer the question where. And it also modifies a verb. Went is the verb. So, yes, we do, in fact, have there being used as an adverb here. If you have any questions on adjectives and adverbs, definitely either let me know in class or send me a Canvas message or text me on Remind, whatever it is that you need for me to get you the clarification or the support that you need. We're going to move on now to articles. And no, articles are not modifiers. There's only two modifiers that you need to worry about, adjectives and adverbs. That is it. Articles are something a little different, but they are still a part of speech that we need to know. So articles are words that define a noun as specific or unspecific. So there's two different types here as well. We have the definite article, which is the. I kid you not, the word the is a definite article. So definite articles limit the meaning of a noun to one specific thing. Are you going to the party this weekend? This tells us that there is a specific party that is happening this weekend. I don't know why I forgot the period here. We're just going to pretend that it's right there. Boom. But yes, this tells us that there is a particular party that's going to happen, and that's the one that I am referring to in the sentence. Definite articles can be used with singular and plural nouns, and I'll show that to you here. The roses bloomed. Roses is a plural noun. The roses bloomed. The works with this tiny sentence. Versus the rose bloomed. We have a singular noun, but still the definite article can apply. And the sentence is still properly written. However, when when we are dealing with indefinite articles, that's not going to be the case, and I'll show you the difference. So indefinite articles are a or an. Indefinite articles indicate that the noun is referring to a general idea rather than a particular thing. So in the previous example, we talked about the party, right? Well, if we said a party, it would mean that this is unspecific. There could be any party to attend, not one particular one. Check out this example. Should I bring a gift? It's not like there's one specific gift to be brought. Instead, with the word a, it tells us that it could be any kind of gift. A and an are only used with singular nouns. Take a look. Would you like an apple? This tells us that there's only one apple because it says apple. That's why we have to use an indefinite article. We cannot use indefinite articles with multiple or like plural nouns. Would you like apples? Here, apples is plural, so that tells us there's more than one apple. And it wouldn't make sense to say, would you like an apples or would you like a apples? It would be okay to say, would you like the apples? But that's not the thing that we're trying to assess here. We're trying to see whether or not an indefinite article can fit in with plural nouns. And as you can see, it can't. So that is all we're covering today. I know it's a lot of information, a variety of information. So just to recap, we talked about modifiers, which include adjectives and adverbs. Adjectives describe nouns and pronouns. Adverbs describe verbs, adverbs, and adjectives. And then we talked about articles. Articles could be definite and they can be indefinite. So we're talking about the words the, a, and an. Those are the only articles that you are going to have to deal with. That is it. If you have any questions on any of these topics, any of these definitions or words or examples, or if you feel like you need more examples for more practice before class, let me know and I will do my best to assist. Thank you for your time.